If you have ever felt stuck or stressed or worried about money, you're not alone. The good news is that by shifting our mindset and changing our relationship with money, it can have such a fundamental impact on our life. And in this video, I'm going to share 6 simple steps that are really powerful in shifting your mindset around money. And if you stick to the end, step number 6 is where the magic truly happens. So for anyone new to this channel, hi, I am Tanya. I am a coach and therapist, and I empower women over the age of 40 to love themselves and thrive in whichever phase, season, chapter they may be in their life. So what are those 6 steps? Step number 1, what are your beliefs around money? What is holding you potentially back? Because some of those beliefs might be, I'm in a scarcity, there's not enough money. I don't deserve money. I am not worthy of having money. I'm not good with money. I'm not good with numbers. What is it? And by writing that down and becoming fully aware of what those beliefs and thoughts that you have around money are, then you can actually challenge it. You can actually question, are those my beliefs, or are those beliefs that I've just had for years because that is what my caregivers, parents, my society and my kind of community believed and thought about money? Or is it beliefs that are genuinely your beliefs because of past life experiences that you've had, and it's about maybe reframing those, changing them? But you need to start by understanding what they are, so then you can actually change your financial story as a result. And the second step is about knowing your numbers. Now, I totally understand most people are either find this really boring and tedious, or you're actually finding it uncomfortable. It's easier to put your head in the sand and ignore it. But with this day and age where you've got apps on your phone, you can actually download your statement or check in your statement on a regular basis. And yes, maybe when you're actually seeing all the money going out, you're actually getting a sinking feeling, and that's what detracts you from actually doing that. But by understanding what are you spending your money on, how much money is coming in, and what is the difference, what is the balance, have you got enough to, are you spending everything that you've earned, or have you got some excess cash that you can actually have some choices and decisions of what you can actually do with that money? And this is where sometimes we go into that subconscious and we just spend, especially now where you've just got chip and pin or contactless or credit cards, that you're not even asking for a receipt in most instances, but the money's just constantly flowing out of your bank account. It's about slowing down and just becoming aware. What am I spending my money on? And that understanding can actually help you then make some changes in step number 4 that we'll get to shortly. So then step number 3, it's about understanding your why. Why do you want more money? Why do you spend money on the things that you do? And this is where, in some instances, we are just like everything in now is marketed in such a way to make us desire and want something and want instant gratification. Buy the ready-made meal, buy the takeaway, and it's so easy on apps now, or just tap your card and get yourself a fancy coffee, when in actual fact you might not need any of those things. They're maybe not giving you the joy and satisfaction and rewarding you the way that you thought they may. And if you didn't spend that money, then you would have some extra cash that you could do something better with. So rather than just continuing doing what you've been doing, this is your opportunity to actually take stock and ask, well, why am I spending the money that I am doing? And then that leads us on to step number 4. And this is about taking some practical steps on reviewing what you're spending the money on and understanding your why. Why are you spending the money? And then it's about, can I reduce the spending? Can I increase the income that I've got? And in some instances, yes, you can get a side hustle, but that means that then you're giving up extra time. It means that maybe you're not spending as much time with your family, your friends, your partner. But those are choices that you've actually got. Is there a passion that you've got that you could actually do as a side hustle, start a business, have a YouTube channel? Is there something that you can actually do that could potentially promote and increase the income that you're actually receiving? Could you do some overtime? Could you ask for a pay increase? There are opportunities, or get a new job and work for someone else. Take the skills that you've learned in your current job and go and work somewhere else. Or maybe move to a location where it's cheaper for you to live. Because I know in the States, there's different states where you can actually, they've got more kind of tax efficiency. So there's probably more opportunities in America where you can actually move from different areas where tax efficiency could be of benefit. Here in the UK, you can actually downsize your house or move to a location where, if you've got a remote job or a job that enables you to do that, there might be some flexibility in there. So it's about getting clarity on what things can you do to reduce your spend or increase your income, or do both to sort of maximize the amount of money that you've got. But if you were to do whatever you may choose to do, then that is to give you the kind of precursor for step number 5. And step number 5 is about gaining clarity on what your money goals are. Why do you want the extra money? What are you going to do with that money? And letting go the fear, because the fear might be, oh, if I have to move, then I've got to set up it's the whole kind of moving and creating new friendships, and it's that whole hassle that's associated. But then that is a belief, that is a thought that you're actually got. So it's about, if you want to have more money in moving to a new kind of town, city or area within where you actually currently live, then you could generate more cash. You can have a smaller mortgage or be mortgage free, and or your rent could be reduced, whatever it might actually be. But it's about being clear, why do you want the money? Because then that informs what actions you may be willing to actually take, and then choose better choices, make better decisions that are going to help you achieve whatever those money goals are. Now, what's usually important, where if you're stuck in the scarcity mindset where you don't believe there is enough money or that money is not available to you, being able to visualize and think of, well, what would I like my life to be? It's maybe uncomfortable for you, or it might be something that you've never done. But ask yourself the question, if money was no object, if you didn't have to work, what would you do with your time? What would you like? What experiences would you want to have? Who would you want to surround yourself with? And I did a 7-day money challenge exercise on YouTube a couple of months ago, and I'll add a link to the end of this video. And on day 7, I walked you through a visualization exercise where you had a conversation with your future self. So this might be a new experience for you, that you've never sat down and properly visualized what life could be if you had a healthy relationship with money, if your mindset was shifted from scarcity to abundance. And therefore, that would enable you to undertake that exercise and see what comes up for you. Because this is about going inwards and doing that inner work that is actually going to give you the answers, because you've got all the answers within you. I can give you the prompts and I can give you the direction in which you can actually go, but you still need to do the work. And then that leads me on to step number 6. So this is the magic one. And this is about reframing, changing your mindset around money. So if you've got negative thoughts around money, you can make them positive. If you believe that money is not available to you, then challenge that thought. Why? If you are actually putting in time, effort, if you're adding value, if you're a kind, nice person to people and you are good at your job, whatever that job may be, then of course you're going to be earning money. But then what skills could you acquire to actually increase the value that you're actually adding in people's lives? And as a result, could you get paid more? As I mentioned in an earlier step about could you start a side hustle? Could you start a business? Could you do something that you're really passionate about and earn extra cash? It's all available to us if we spend the time going inwards and figuring out what do we really want. So what's the goal? Why do we want the extra money? And therefore, can we actually shift from that scarcity to the abundance, become grateful for what we've got, and then the more money that we've got, then the more good that we can actually do. We can spend money, which then helps the people that we're buying from. We can have experiences, enrich our life, enrich our family's life, our friends' life. Everyone that sort of touches and ripples into our life can have a knock-on impact there. So it might be uncomfortable at first, but this is where everything that's uncomfortable is because it's unfamiliar. And you need to keep going to make it familiar. And then once it's familiar, your comfort zone expands, and then you can actually leap and do more and push those boundaries even more. And your whole life will expand as a result. So it won't just shift your money mindset, but it'll enrich your life as a whole. So those are the 6 steps that I believe that if you take, you will actually shift your mindset around money and it will create a financial abundance mindset for you. Now, the journey starts with small, consistent steps. You don't start with step 1 and get to step 6 in the space of 10 minutes and all of a sudden you expect your life to have transformed drastically. But making the decision and prioritizing yourself and doing the steps and doing the work involved in these steps, going and listening to the 7-day money challenge and doing the visualization exercise will give you the tools. It will give you the kind of proof that you're an action taker and you have got the ability to shift your mindset. Now, if you have found this topic and this video of value, please like and subscribe and just go out and seize the day and change your money story. And as I always say, there's always choices in life. So choose wisely, choose to have an abundant mindset and you will never regret that. So until the next one, bye.